believe that it is vital for the church to be a part of prisons and for us to connect prisoners to the local church. We basically find a prison and the church says, hey, we want to go into that prison and make it a campus of ours. So it becomes a God Behind Bars campus and a church campus at the same time. The church brings in 8 to 12 volunteers. They bring the sermon from that day because you can't live stream it in there. And they go in and they play the service. When they're on stage, they say, hey, like, we want to welcome our Austin, Texas campus and our this campus and also our God Behind Bars campus. And all the guys start freaking out, or girls, inside of prisons because they're specifically talking to them. We are at 50 prison campuses officially, probably 20 to 25 more that we could start launching in. And we've seen incredible results, as in these prisoners getting out, attending the church, finding freedom, never coming back in. Some of the wardens and the DOC guards have said, like, this is one of the best things that they've ever seen inside of a prison. There are gang rivalries, there are race rivalries. Everyone goes into their sections. But they said that this God Behind Bars campus is the first thing that's ever happened in here where all gangs come together and sit next to each other and actually talk with one another. We have been an organization for 11 years. It's taken us sometimes to get in prisons around 2 years. Most of the prisons are pretty janky. Like they have maybe a little TV, but we install like an IMAX theater. Super awesome for them. So one thing that we really work on, making sure our volunteers come in every single week. Every event that we've ever done, usually more than half the room accept Jesus into their life that day. It changes the environment of the prison, and to see them worship, like, it's one of the greatest things that I have ever seen. There are tablets inside of prisons. They have like an iPad tablet. There wasn't a Christian app on there. We were asked if we wanted to build an app. So we said yes, and it took about 2 years to really build this thing. It's basically a Netflix of church content. There's stories, there's how to accept Jesus. It's some of the best Christian content in the world. We are now reaching, through that tablet, 106,000 inmates a day. There's been 15,000 salvations as of today. They can also do prayer requests on there, and we've had around, probably, I need to double check, but I believe 20,000 prayer requests from inmates. And every time someone hits I prayed for them, it alerts the inmate that they were prayed for. It would be amazing to have people download the app, interacting with it. It's actually really, really huge. Every time you push I prayed for them, or even write your own prayer request, they pray for you, so they see it as well. So just a little context on the tablet, most of the time they have to pay for something. So on the tablet, it costs them about $4 to purchase one song, and they make 40 cents a day if they're working. We've raised all the money to be able to make it free for every inmate. We're just finding that it's making such an impact, and it's going in places we can't even in states we haven't been approved for. I believe the statistic is 94% of inmates are going to get out someday. The reentry rate is around 74%, so most of them go back inside of prisons. If we do not help the prisoner, their cycle comes back. They get out of prison and they become the abuser. And I think the biggest thing that we get is they don't deserve it. They're not worth it. I hear this all the time. If they accept Jesus, what does that do? Like, cancel their crime? And, I'm not here to be the judge and jury. I'm not going to play that person, and we're not going to play that person, but we're going to show them the love of Jesus and give them our best.
In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child.